Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, man, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me. Thumbs up, leave a comment. We're going to be talking about why it's acceptable to become a fat piece of shit in recovery. Honestly, it really is. And if you've been around the block, you've been to detox, rehabs, whatever, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. For whatever reason, there's this philosophy, ideology, whatever you want to call it, that in recovery, as long as you're not doing drugs, then it's okay, right? As long as you're not, getting high, then whatever else it is you're doing is totally fine. And this is so backwards. It's ridiculous, right? If you want to make real changes, you got to start with your lifestyle. So anyway, in these rehabs, detoxes, you'll see people just chain smoking cigarettes, eating sugary foods, and just living like shit, And they don't learn how to live well, right? How to live a healthy lifestyle. That's what they should be teaching in these places. Not like fucking AA groups where you're just told that you're powerless and you can't change, right? That's like what they do. Instead, they need to be teaching you real practical skills like how to keep track of your macros, how to create a healthy diet, things that are actually going to help you succeed. But no, they don't do that. They just tell you, oh, it's fine. As long as you're not getting high, then you're doing better. It's ridiculous, right? So, you see these people in rehabs, and they're, chain smoking cigarettes, like I said, eating shitty. What do you think they're going to do when they get home? At the very least, they're going to keep chain smoking cigarettes and eating shitty. That's not going to change, right? And you see these guys in the AA meetings, like the 20-year veterans or whatever, and they just look like absolute death. Like they're going to die in a couple days. They look like shit. They're fucking still smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, at an 8 p.m. meeting, right? It's like, what the fuck, And that's supposed to be who we look up to, right? Who we're admiring. Oh, this guy did it, man. He's been clean 20 years. Dude, if that's what being clean looks like, fuck that shit, right? No, we need real role models, people that actually change their life and are fucking doing good things, right? Not hanging around these goddamn AA meetings looking like shit and living like shit. It's not helpful for anybody, right? So, look, if you want to make meaningful changes, you need to change who you are, right? The essence of who you are, the everyday who you are, the choices that we make on a daily basis, like our cravings, our desires. We need to change all of it. The way we feel reward. Yeah, right? That's a big part of it, is the way we feel reward, the way we get dopamine. For a lot of us, right, and we're addicts, the only way we get that is through drugs. And then what happens is it switches over to the cigarettes and the junk food because it's an easy way to get that dopamine. And they don't even fucking tell you that in rehab. They really don't. It's crazy. At least they didn't to me, and I've been quite a few times. I'm sure, please let me know in the comments if you guys have been to a rehab where they did a nutrition class and stressed the importance of eating clean and exercise in sustained recovery. Because I don't think it exists, right? They're just money-making schemes, man. They want your money. They're going to put you on medication, tell you you're helpless, and then send you out the door, having changed absolutely nothing. That's what they do. They really do. So what it comes down to, right, is the reason why diet and exercise is so important. It's not just because, these are good, healthy things, but you're creating mental discipline, right? Especially if you're not used to exercising. It's not something you did before, especially if you're an addict, you haven't done it in a long time. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to hurt, right? It's going to suck. And as addicts, we run away from pain. We run. We're like, no, man, I don't want to feel uncomfortable, right? So you need to challenge yourself in this way. Show up for yourself. Go. Hit that exercise, get that workout in. It might hurt a little bit, right? But every time you get through it, you persevere, you're changing your mindset. You're turning into a person who's not powerless. You're turning into someone who can, right? None of this cannot. Now you fucking can. Show yourself you can, and you can do it through exercise. You can do it through diet too, right? Say no to that, sugary piece of shit food because it's going to make you feel shitty later. Just try and make these choices. And the best part about it is when you start making these choices and you start doing the right thing, you're going to feel better. Like there's an immediate reward. It's like, it's basically like a drug. It's like medication. Exercise and diet is better than medication, literally. And the effects are pretty fucking immediate, right? You start getting your diet on point and exercising on point, within a week, you're going to start feeling better. Like, yeah, you're going to be sore, right? But in terms of your mental state, you're going to be doing better, 100%. So, guys, you got to start with the diet. You got to start with the exercise. The rest will fall into place. In these fucking rehabs, they have it the other way around. They're like, just stop the drugs, do whatever it is you're going to do, go to these meetings and you're going to be fine. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. You're just trading one unhealthy habit for another unhealthy habit, right? And you're not changing at all, really. You're right. You're not bettering yourself. You're just, continuing to be a piece of shit, in my opinion. So you got to step up, man. It's going to be uncomfortable in the beginning, but that's how change is. Change isn't comfortable. It wasn't comfortable probably to become the vicious drug addict, right? You were when you had to show up to detox or rehab. It's definitely not going to be comfortable, turning into a functional person again, right? Turning into the best version of you. There's going to be some discomfort involved, and you got to have to learn to accept that, for me, honestly, at this point, like, I don't avoid discomfort. I'm not afraid to be uncomfortable. I embrace it, right? Another thing you guys can do that's helpful is cold therapy, cold exposure. This is a great way. Honestly, two things about this. It increases dopamine in the brain if you do it enough. You do the right protocol. Andrew Huberman has like a really good protocol on that. If you're interested, check it out. But it raises dopamine levels in the brain. And also, again, you're teaching yourself to persevere through uncomfortable times, right? You do that every day for a couple minutes. You take a shower, 2 minutes, just make it as cold as you fucking possibly can. And you stand there and you're like, I can do this. I can do this. I promise you that's going to change. It's going to change the way you think about yourself, right? Especially as addicts, and you can't keep the fucking needle, you can't stop using the drugs. You need to teach yourself that you can, right? You can persevere and you can do this. So, diet, exercise, right? Cold exposure. These things are going to be helpful. What's not going to be helpful is eating junk food, fucking chain smoking cigarettes, and going to AA meetings. I'm sorry. It's just not. So, you know what, man? Everybody has the power within themselves to be the person they want to be. It's up to them to make those changes. You can do it. I believe in you. If you made it this far, hit subscribe, man. Thumbs up. Leave a comment. I love you guys. I believe in you. Till next time. Peace.